Hey everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka NBT, and we are back with the 6th round of the Reddit Championship Series. Now, some of you may remember from the 4th round that was hosted on my channel last Thursday, or any of the previous rounds on Sir Eminon's channel. There will be a link in the description to that. I said this was going to be a 6-round tournament. Now, that is not exactly the case. I know it's unheard of for me to have not read something correctly, but there are actually 8 rounds, which means both of these individuals who are X1 at this time will be viable candidates for top cut. I know you are not interested in Eldlich mirrors, so we scoured the field and brought you an exciting game with an extremely interesting deck. But more interesting than the decks in this match is my co-commentator. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, my name is BladeYGO. If you don't know who I am, I basically make history videos on Yu-Gi-Oh decks from history. So if you want to see something like why was Zodiac tier 0 or why was Masterpiece banned, etc., make sure to check out my channel. I'm happy to be...
Look for Blade's newest video, which is about the history of the Raid Shadow Legends meta, correct?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Question mark, is this going to today's sponsor?
No, absolutely not, no. Today's sponsor is Reddit. Reddit paid me $900 from Venus Williams' baby shower account, I suppose.
Wow, that's even better than Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh, no, it isn't. You haven't seen the checks.
Oh, yike. Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh. So we've got 2 unbelievable decks here today. Tim Leo, I believe it is. Oh, I'm sure I'm going to say it incorrectly. Is playing Eldlich. It's the deck we've all come to expect. It's on Psy-Frames, just the Gamma and the Driver. And Fragile is on Orcust? Question mark?
Yeah, let's take a deep breath in just to I don't know what the heck we're seeing, but World Legacy Survivor is interesting, I guess. I mean, like, if it's Orcust, I think Survivor may be something good for the future.
Yeah.
Because oh yeah, sorry.
No, I think so. Yeah, right.
I mean, like, because if you activate Survivor, if you hit any World Legacy card, it could be like Wand, Succession, whatever the case, and then you just mill 4. And if any of those are Orcust, then you're popping off. So I don't know. And it's a World Legacy card itself, so enables Lib.
Yeah, I mean, Lib is obviously the focus of this deck, and obviously gets better after the release of Eternity Code, here playing, of course, without that set. But integrating a lot of World Legacy cards enables not only Succession lines, but also you're seeing in the hand World Legacy Awakens lines, kind of a build-your-own Masquerena. And Survivor, the Crawler support card, like you said, does a great job of sending cards from the deck to the graveyard if you're able to find Wand, another Survivor, Succession. So they're going to lead with Upstart Goblin, and we'll see where it goes. Ah.
Oh, well, that was just unfortunate.
Well, you hate to see it. I mean, I personally like to see it, but in general, you hate to see it.
Yeah. Well, he's going to reveal Snake here.
Well,
and he snipes the Buster Whelp.
It served a purpose, I suppose. This card is, of course, terrible to draw, but locks your opponent out of the extra if you're able to Union Carrier it out.
Which, unfortunately, would not be as relevant against a deck, in this case, being Eldlich.
I think a lot of people thought this was going to be like tier 0, like the Dragon Whelp Buster Lock, and then it turned out the best deck in the format doesn't even use its extra, and it's like, oh, well, okay.
Oh, I know. It's, I mean, like, honestly, you hate to see it, but...
Ooh, nice rip off the top after a couple of bricks. Armageddon Knight coming down, and that is a sweet Gamma target. His opponent thinking on it real quick. Yeah, and gonna go for it.
Oh, the Gamma comes down. I was not expecting that.
So here's where they reveal they're an X1 Crawler deck. And they're just gonna fire World Legacy Survivor and find a Spine.
Where's the Crusadia Crawler? Ooh! Oh my god!
This deck is on the hand as well, folks. So World Legacy World Armor forms a very specific combo with Lib, where if you normal summon Dingirsu, you can send the hand and then revive it with Succession, use its effect to add another World Legacy card to your hand and pop off ad nauseum. Less powerful now, but still relevant. This was another piece of potential crawler support that's really weaseled its way into more competent lists.
Wow, this deck is real. I mean, it's interesting. I
Oh,
don't
it's so
know
cool.
how good it will be, but it's really cool.
All right, going for the
So,
succession here, and oh my god, you get to recur Armageddon Knight. This is so broken.
that was honestly, that was next level. That was insane. All right, well, now he's got full Orcust combo, and Tamelo has nothing to
Using the
stop it.
first effect of World 1 to get the hand out of the hand.
Oh my god. Does the hand search on like special summon?
It searches a World Legacy card.
Oh, ho, ho.
I think
He's
this is
got
where you'd
the
add
follow-up.
Awakens if you hadn't drawn it.
Yeah. I mean, at least he has the succession as a follow-up, but now he's just going full Orcust combo.
All right,
And,
there's Galatea. Putting back the wand. I expect we're getting Babel here.
Yeah. I mean, see, the one thing I'll say about Eldlich and Orcust, like, oh my god, is he just passing?
I like this. This is adorable. You can go into any Link 4 Under the Sun with World Legacy Awakens. I think I would wanted to have seen like a ding.
Yeah, I'm shocked he didn't go for Dingirsu or something.
Huh.
And then into IP, of course, but maybe we're missing something.
I mean, we've missed basically everything so far. I wouldn't be surprised if we're getting next leveled.
Yeah. See, so one thing I want to point out about this matchup in specific, Eldlich, I mean, let's talk about Golden Lord because that card is so good in this matchup.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for, like, unless the Orcust player has Call by the Grave, it gets very awkward when you can just use the hand effect of Eldlich and then just send anything. So you can even easily send the Babel or whatever the case.
You like prompt the Babel really early, you turn off the ding immediately as part of like your setup play. It's like a no investment kind of way to proc your opponent's interaction early.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So he's gonna draw 2.
Cursed Eldland into Cursed Eldland. I mean, sometimes it happens.
Yeah. I mean, gonna be totally honest, I'm very heavily favoring the Eldlich player right now.
Yeah, me pretty much always, but it looks like we're going to fire off the World Legacy Awakens. What are we going into, like, Nightmare or Unicorn or something? A format? It's Zero Boros!
Zero Boros!
Well, that explains no ding.
So, what's interesting here is he's going to shuffle that back, but now Tamelo just has another L. Whoop-de-doo. That's a yike.
I mean,
for Fragile.
Do you want to activate Eldland here? Well, you do have a symbol skeleton in Graveyard, so on activation you can just blow everything up. Using the Elixir of Black Awakening is cool, but you're putting your Eldlich out there into a Zero Boros, into the zone. Oh, this is heads up.
Dang. Now things are getting really real.
That's so cool.
Oh, and now he's going to go for Eldland.
Oh, wow. That's so smart. I love it. Oh, well, unfortunately, he's just going to go ahead and set it.
Yeah, to be honest, I think that could have been played out a bit differently. But,
all right, so zero counter. What is zero at? Oh, God. This is 6 and 3, so 1,800 over 3K. It's kind of Grand Magic.
Actually, no, it's 13 banished right now. I think it's a 9.
Oh, okay.
On the Eldlich player side.
Oh, I see. Duelist book.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go from Skeleton into Galatea, and from here you can just do whatever you want. I guess we're setting the trap card. Oh no, setting nothing. I guess that's the only target that they have in the deck. Before going into Dingirsu, attaching this copy of Nightmare. You've probably seen this play before. Normal summoning this copy of Jackalope. What's the play here?
I mean, fortunately for Tamelo, he can still summon trap cards to make sure he doesn't die, but it's definitely an awkward game state.
Oh, Guardian's kind of dope here. It walls the copy of Jackalope, and you really want that card in the graveyard.
No, exactly. So, I assume another Galatea is coming down, yeah.
All right, and then we're going to go into a Gizmek for possible follow-up plays. I think I would have done that pre-battle phase just to try and force as many pieces of interaction from your opponent as possible.
Honestly, I don't know why. I felt like the Orcust player Fragile could have just been more aggressive there.
Mm-hmm. And against a deck like Eldlich, you just have to be as aggressive as possible because they will absolutely win any grind game, even against a deck like Orcust.
Oh, exactly. If you give a control deck too much time, they'll just overwhelm you. It's who's the beatdown, as famously put in like an article or something. I don't remember.
So if you missed that, the Zero Boros doesn't activate if a card is summoned to a zone it is linked to. It activates if a card is summoned to a zone a link monster points to. So by summoning Armageddon Knight at the Galate zone, they're able to banish their opponent's back row, and they say, go for it. Either you have it right now or you don't. It looks like they forgot to activate Guardian of Golden Land at the end of the turn as well. That's unfortunate.
I think, I don't know if you could have activated
Oh, no, because they activated the on-field effect.
Yeah. But I mean, what's crazy about Eldlich is even after 3 of the spells and traps were banished, he now just has 2 more follow-ups.
Yeah, we've got the red Elixir here and the Haketo as well, alongside the Eldlich in hand. That's pretty good.
What's in the Orcust player's grave? Well, he's going for a Crescendo.
So we've got a Crescendo in graveyard. We've got a Gizmek Orochi, and I think no actual Orcusts outside of World Wand. Yeah. So we're going to add the Symbol Skeleton to hand here with the Crescendo. And we're going to summon the Gizmek. Anything relevant down here? Yeah, a couple of pretty powerful monsters, but most importantly, this copy of Zero Boros is extremely lethal right now.
Yeah. Wait, where's the... Oh, we're still in standby phase.
So we're going to fire the Eldlich the Golden Lord here, followed by the Haketo in order to banish one of the cards from Fragile's graveyard, and of course we're picking the World Wand, the last relevant one, and then summoning back the Zero Boros with about 10 billion attack.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's gonna be it. I mean, right?
Yeah, because, I think there were ways to navigate this game state, but this wasn't one of them.
Yeah, I really felt like Tamello had this game. But looks like he doesn't. We're going to go to a game 2.
So one thing I think is pretty interesting is in terms of your game plan against Eldlich specifically, Orcust really excels at the grind game, but is never going to be able to grind out this control deck. I really do like the idea of just pivoting hard and fast into like Zero Boros.
See, I think that's one of the big advantages Orcust has as a deck going first, is that, so compared to other mid-range decks, the access to the topologics, like Truzbana and Zero Boros, are so strong in a matchup like this, where you basically clear all of their resources.
I mean, what other decks could play that in like the meta, like Salamangreat exclusively?
I guess like Salad and Adamancipator, but Adamancipator like lives and dies somewhat by turn 1.
Right.
Even though they have Block Dragon, but like, yeah. Yeah, no, Orcust is just like the best deck to use the Topologics.
So the mark of a good Orcust player, of course, is their ability to draw Armageddon Knight, and they've found it again in Game 2, sending a World Wand to the graveyard, using the effect again to summon the hand from the hand. That's hilarious.
Oh, man. Well, Succession is coming down. Is he gonna... Okay.
Oh, we're just gonna start hitting stuff, huh? We could discard a Nightmare or Crescendo here. Either are pretty good. Oh, going for neither. Next leveled by the player again, sending a Jackalope and then triggering that effect to get a danger from deck.
He may be going for Unicorn now. Yep. He's going for Unicorn.
If, usually when you see this line, it's because, like, things have gone south. Like, oh god, we have to dump all our resources into the Nightmares to chew away a couple of cards. Right. I think that trying to resolve your game plan against Eldlich is probably in your best interests. You know what their set cards are going to be. They're going to be Eldlixirs, and they're going to be the very specific pieces of interaction that they play in the Golden Land Traps. I don't know how much you want to dump resources into the Nightmares, even though it's paying off in this individual instance. Ugh, and the
Yeah, I
succession
mean,
met with the Haketo.
see, and that's where I really feel like he should not. I agree. I don't think he should have gone into the night like that, because if he goes into Phoenix or Unicorn and targets like a red splatter, he loses so much advantage off that trade.
Like, that was the best case scenario, the couple that were
Yeah,
actually sent.
yeah, exactly. No, it's I mean, it's paying off here, but I still don't agree with that, the way that Fragile played it out.
And like you said last game, I mean, yeah, we have the Orcust Crescendo, we have the access to Dingirsu, the Symbol Skeleton and Graveyard, can set up as much as possible. The Eldlich player is just going to be able to recoup that advantage next turn.
No, exactly. That's what makes this deck so scary. It's just, and I feel like compared to other control decks of recent, like let's say for example Altergeist, um, that deck just can't go second as well as a deck like Eldlich, and Eldlich just has a better grind game. The fact that every card, every spell and trap just converts into another one is just crazy value.
What on earth do you call for reasoning when your Orcust opponent fires it off?
Oh God. Um, I mean,
Four?
I
No.
guess 4, 7.
The opponent going, 7 seems all right. Yeah, I wouldn't hate saying 7.
Oh, that is really 3. All right.
Oh wow, he hit it!
Oh my God, the next level.
We hadn't seen a single scrap this game.
I was not anticipating that whatsoever. Wow.
So we have
that was hilarious.
The Omni Negate set, which is something. But with a skill drain in hand, a Hakero gonna proc at end step, a Scarlet Sanguine able to proc whenever, and the Eldlich both on board and in hand. I mean, the grind game from this deck is unreal.
Yeah, Orcust, I mean, the thing with Orcust in previous formats is just like no deck really had the same kind of grind game that Orcust had and was viable to the extent Orcust was. But now Eldlich has just such an insane grind game capability. And while I guess the main thing is just like the interactions with stuff like the Golden Lord and Orcust cards is just so insane.
Fridge has made it into the hand. Looks like Hakero procced early.
Oh my God, can I be totally honest? That's like, this is the best case scenario for Fragile, because now he can just tribute summon Golem and revive here.
Oh, because it's sent off of the reasoning.
That is so hilarious.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
All right, well, I don't think he's going for that play, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, oh man.
And here's the skill drain. Wow, this is such a power card. Very happy we don't have 3 of this card to be played in the best deck in the format.
Yeah. Imagine we did. That would be ridiculous. But all right, so he's gonna attack over the Eldlich here.
And what do you do from this position? I mean, whoa, setting Junk Synchron was not what I would have expected, but I don't know what I did want to happen, you know? Like,
yeah,
going into bigger monsters isn't really smart.
I can't believe Tamella's playing into Mech Knights like that. What an absolute...
Oh, yeah, disgraceful.
Rips. Yeah, Purple Nightfall off the... Oh, well, that is a purple card. Anyways, but yeah, so honestly, I don't think Frat... Does he even have an out for skill drain?
Maybe Cosmics? I don't know what else.
What? He's sending? Oh my God.
Wow, just zero respect. Oh, we're going for lethal right now. Oh, okay, sure.
I think so.
So here's Gustav Max, and oh wait, Galatea, because it's linked, can't be destroyed by battle, so they're gonna take, oh wow, 42 twice. That'll do it, yeah.
Oh my God. Wait, is that how? Oh my God. I didn't realize that that interaction worked like that. Wow.
Yeah, it's not voluntary. It just straight up can't be destroyed by battle. So if you make Liba, you get to walk into the Galatea twice and just deal 8,000.
Oh, that's hilarious. I mean, even then, I don't know how fragile would have gone that game. But I mean, regardless, we're in game 3 now, and there's the lad, the level 3 machine,
Well,
Scrap Recycler.
Fragile has finally found Scrap Recycler, which is great since the last couple of games they haven't. However, this is just about the best hand that Tamelo's deck is capable of producing. Like Extravagance plus a way to get Golden Lord plus double Hakero against the Graveyard deck. Like, seems okay.
Yeah, no, this is a very solid on Tamelo's part. But what's crazy here is Fragile's really going to eat this imperm.
Oh, yeah.
It seems. Unless he's saving it for the Golem. I guess he's saving it for the Golem, all right. But like,
oh, he's not even saving it for that. He says, you know, do the whole thing. I don't care.
Wow.
I'm excited to see what he's going to use this imperm on.
Yeah, I'm shocked he hasn't used it all.
Oh, this
might be
a good one.
Lib. Yeah.
Does this just end the turn if he fires it here? No, there's a ton of stuff in graveyard.
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, I'm shocked he didn't imperm the Wyvern. Because, I mean, from what we know, granted, he doesn't know the other hand. If he imperms the Scrap Wyvern, then there's no Orcust Axe because he's only sent one.
This is so cool. You get to use Lib to go into succession and bring back Golem to use Golem again. You get 3 Recycler activations in the first turn.
Yeah, this is absolutely absurd. I mean, like even though Girsu is really strong for the deck, I mean, there is definitely a power level difference between Girsu and Scrap Recycler.
Of course.
Like, Scrap Recycler is insane.
This is kind of weird. Don't like this investment into the Union Carrier line against the deck that is not going to care about what ends up being equipped.
Yeah, I'm very I'm questioning this route of play because it's just as easy as activating extra. Oh my!
Waited that long. Doesn't want to have to deal with the Orcust Crescendo, I suppose.
I guess, huh? I mean, I guess I can see it because he doesn't know if he's going to have Eldlich access. But, like, I don't know. Some of these plays are still confusing me, to be honest.
If you imperm this, you're guaranteed the Eldlich of Black Awakening resolves, and, like, that's probably the way you have to win the game. I could see an argument for it.
Yeah.
All right, so to Mask, we're going to send a copy of Orcust Nightmare. Yeah, not sending Buster Dragon, of course, because it does nothing. Might as well send something that's going to plus when it goes to the graveyard.
Yeah. Does Fragile have a... Oh, so he does have an Orcust Nightmare. He's just... Okay.
All right, so we're going to send a Symbol Skeleton, and then proceed to main phase 1. There's the Extravagance. Right. The mark of a good control player is your ability to draw Extravagance. And what a miserable set of draws. The Elixir he already had and the Guardian.
Yeah, the Guardian doesn't do anything here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a fan of Guardian because it just does nothing.
Do want to point out, these lists were built at Secret Slayer's release. So, like, this was a time when people were like, yeah, I'll play Guardian. What? It's just a one of, so I can bin it for the name. You know, and of course it turned out you don't actually have to do that. The deck's got more than enough playables.
Right. I mean, the only time I really like Guardian is when you're playing the Eldlich mirror match, not to go like super in depth on it. Oh, well, hold up. So we're going to see an IP here to Zeroboros. Okay.
And then it looks like Lib to shuffle back the Eldland. Oh, no, to shuffle the Babel so that you still have access to it. Then he's going to Gizmek it out?
Wait,
you can't do this without Babel.
So I assume...
This is just ordered differently.
Yeah, I assume they just did the chain links a bit. I mean, he could have easily changed him. But, all right, well, he's going to go Gizmek.
Well, regardless, you know, he does have a way to actually get back something at a link point. It is going to cost him a Gizmek for his trouble, but
yeah,
I mean, you can't be that mad about it.
This is the point where Orcust is very scary for Eldlich. If you can't deal with that Zeroboros or like a Trisbana or whatever scenario, I remember in a top 32, I think at like YCS Pasadena, in 2019. That was the first event Striker Orcust was a thing.
Mhm.
And it was top 32, or like some point. It was Altergeist versus Orcust Striker. And like the Orcust guy just teared apart Altergeist because of the topologic.
Oh yeah. No, it's insane.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
don't like using it in main phase 2. Activating it right after the Masquerena and then like, oh, I might as well go into Zero Boros plays now, because the two cards that Timelo was keeping in the hand, the Scarlet Sanguine and the Hakero, are basically the two most important cards in the matchup.
No, honestly, I'm shocked. I thought he was using it during it.
Oh yeah.
Wow. And this seems like it's really gonna fight Fragile in the butt here.
Yeah, just a little more patience really would have turned this game around. You know, if they didn't have access to these cards right now, it would be just a hop, skip, and a jump to an OTK. I mean, as it is, the Eldlich player is still largely on the back foot, but it could have been a shutout right now, easily.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but like Eldlich can really easily turn this game around, considering you have like Huaquero, Red Splatter, the Eldlixir spell. Like, Timelo's not out of it at all. But that doesn't mean the Orcust player video. So
Lightning Storm, just a little late.
Yeah, could have used you a wait, wasn't Fragile going first?
Hey, well, the thing about Eldlich is they're always going to have set cards.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, Lightning Storm is just as live turn 7 as it is turn 1. They're just going to get him back. I don't know. It is a little suspect.
Yeah. Well, Long Gearsu is coming down here.
Oh, and we still might be able to do it if we go into Ding and eat this Eldland here. Is this 8,000?
Game?
It's 5,000 here. Oh, wow. Wait, that's lethal.
Wow. I actually, well, you know, maybe he next leveled us. Maybe he purposely did Zeraboros main phase 2 just to.
I don't think that's very likely, given in chat. He goes, that sequencing with Skeleton was almost Pepega. Oh, wow. Well, a very shocking line out of the Orcust player, but it turned out all right. And honestly, at the end of the day, that's all that matters, is it gets to walk with the W.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, identifying the right line, should have gone into Skeleton and then chained IP so that you'd be able to, of course, send your copy of Babel at a time that you've already exhausted your resources in Graveyard. But really, all it takes is one turn when you've got access to Zero Boros. He's a big old boy.
Yeah, very scary for Eldlich, and especially when Gearsu comes out, you Eldlich players better watch out. Because Zeraboros is coming for you.
Hey, that's a great time to plug. If you're interested in seeing how Eternity Code shakes up the metagame, this weekend I'll be commentating the Pro Play Games Weekend Championship on twitch.tv/ppgygo starting at, I think, 10 a.m. I'm not exactly sure. I'll wake up when I wake up, and if it's round 3, it's round 3. Thank you so much for doing this with me here today, Blade. Everyone, please go to his channel.
Always happy to be here. But I mean, that was a fun match. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope that all of you will stay tuned for the next round of the Reddit Championship Series. I will let you know where that's going to be posted, either on my or one of my comrades' pages. Let me know in the comments what decks you want to see play each other, and make sure one of them is Eldlich, because we're working with what we've got here. And other than that, see you next time.
I hope to see you soon.